Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk about land banking and why some investors buy land and wait. So there's different type of real estate strategy, and many of those strategies are very well known, but not a lot of people are familiar with the land banking. So most people think about real estate investing like rental properties, apartment buildings, or flipping houses, which could be great investments. But there's another strategy that doesn't require dealing with tenants, maintenance, renovations, any type of those issues. And that strategy is land banking. So the land banking is the process of purchasing land in the areas that are expected to experience future growth and holding the land until demand increases. So the goal is not necessary to develop the property for yourself. Instead, what do? You position yourself for the future development. Think about this way. Every successful city has expanded over time. Areas that were once considered too far away eventually became desirable because of the population growth, businesses expanded, and infrastructure improved. People who purchased land before the growth happened benefited from the increase of the land value. So the key question isn't what's there today. The question is better what's there to be there in 5, 10, or 15 years from now. So the mindset for land banker is supposed to be that question. So long-term thinking. So when you're evaluating land, we don't simply look at the empty dirt. We look at the surrounding factors. Is there new infrastructure being built? Are there highways expanding? Are industrial projects coming into the area? Are warehouses, distribution centers, or the manufacturing facilities being developed? Is the population growing? Where the cities are specifically planning for the future expansion. Those are the key kinds of questions that help you to identify for a long-term potential. And one important thing to understand, the major companies don't invest millions, hundreds of millions, or even billions of dollars just randomly. Large infrastructure projects often create ripple effects throughout the surrounding area. As employment grows, demand for housing, retail services, and commercial development often grows as well. So obviously there's no 100% guarantees. You cannot know exactly how much you will get the return, but understanding the trends can help you to make you more informed decisions. Another advantage that I see in a land banking is simplicity. Unlike rental properties, vacant land generally don't require any type of repairs, remodeling, or termites, any type of issues. So a lot of investors appreciate that. It's no time really required. It's a passive investment. Of course, there's some cost involved with it, like holding cost, property taxes, market conditions, any other type of pretty much expenses. Um, so that's the why you need to do due diligence. That's very essential. And not every land parcel is a good investment. Remember, location matters, timing matters, research matters. And the biggest mistake I see, it's when you're judging a land, what you can see there today. They might be, you know, something like nothing there, but if you see what type of infrastructure going into the surrounding areas, you can see the big vision. Because history has shown that today's empty land can become tomorrow's business park, logistics center, residential community, or commercial corridor. So the challenge is recognizing potential before everybody else does. That's why land banking is considered long-term strategy. It's not about getting rich overnight. It's about patience. It's about buying land in a strategic locations and allowing time for growth to happen. So people who typically succeeded in that type of strategy understand that wealth is created by thinking years ahead instead of months ahead. And I'm a real estate professional and I help investors identify opportunities, understand market trends, review zoning, development patterns, and make informed decisions based on the investment goals. So everybody has different objectives. Somebody looking for diversification, somebody wants to preserve capital, some want for retirement or kids' college, and others just want something tangible for long-term potential. And I've realized that land banking is not a right strategy for everybody. But investors who have the patience and who understand the value of long-term planning, it can become very important part of diversified real estate portfolio. And with my final thought is I've noticed that real estate always rewarded people who understand where the growth is headed, not just where it is today. And the question is not whether the land has a value. The question you need to ask whether you identifying tomorrow's opportunity before it becomes obvious for everybody. That's it for today. Best of luck and wishing you great success. Bye.